What's going on, everybody? B here. Going to do a quick video talking about Victory shutting down operations. First, I'll kind of talk about what's going on with me. Haven't had a video in quite some time here. Everybody's probably wondering what's going on with that. I put out, a couple videos starting my motovlog career and haven't had anything since. And I asked you guys to follow my journey, and then it just stopped and I haven't done anything. Well, obviously, life happens. I had to sell the CBR. That doesn't mean I'm done. Obviously, I'm a huge motorcycle person, and I've had multiple motorcycles over my career. Another one's going to be coming. We'll actually talk about that later. And yeah, so we'll definitely pick back up with that. Hopefully, be able to get back on track. I've been working a lot, 12 plus hours a day. Haven't really had time for anything lately, so would like to get back on track with, what I like to do in my personal time. So that would be, motorcycling, and then now possibly, starting this. Anyway, on to Victory. So as everyone knows by now, Victory has announced that they are ceasing operation, shutting down, and having the dealers liquidate their motorcycles. Now, from a consumer aspect, this hits pretty hard because, I love motorcycles. I love all motorcycles, Harleys, sport bikes, off-road, enduros, everything. I'm a fan of all motorcycles across the board, doesn't matter what kind. So as a consumer aspect, this shutting down, this is, terrible news for us, because we never want to see a manufacturer fail, especially, someone like Victory, who actually, their motorcycles are beautiful bikes. So, from a consumer aspect of it, it's really rough. We just don't want to see that happen. What happened is the question. Well, everybody's going to have their own take on this. You have, official press release from Polaris, and then you have everybody, putting out videos, giving their opinions on blogs, giving their opinions, on forums and everything. For me, on a business aspect side of it, what I feel happened is, I think it was 2011 when Polaris bought the Indian trademark, started making the Indian motorcycles. At that point, Polaris switched almost all focus to Indian and sort of put Victory on the back burner. Because of that, Victory over that time was not, their research and development just went down the chute. They didn't really do anything exciting. And because of that, over that time, the profits suffered. I think in the official press release it said that they only accounted for 3% of Polaris's total revenue last year, and they haven't produced a profit in many years, except for maybe 2015. Around there was the only year, and that was a very small one. So unfortunately, from a business aspect, if a product that a company produces is only accounting for a small percentage of their yearly revenue, then unfortunately they're either going to have to eliminate that or make significant changes to try to push it and reignite it. And apparently they did not find it feasible to push and reignite it. So in my opinion, Polaris kind of dropped the ball on Victory because they kind of pushed it to the back and sort of caused it to fail. And that is, that's a decision they made, that they have to live with it, and unfortunately it hurts the consumer. For the people who own the Victories, a lot of them I'm sure are probably upset, not sure, what they're gonna do. They could sell the bikes, they could keep them. I personally, I've never owned a Victory. I wouldn't mind having one. I like them. I know Polaris announced that, for the next 10 years they will supply parts, and after that, nothing. But I think this is a huge opportunity for the aftermarket to jump on board and be able to kind of take control of that, because people are still going to have these. There's plenty of Victories on the road. They'll be around for many years to come, and if Polaris is going to shut down the parts, sooner or later it'll start dropping off, and then the aftermarket can hold that market down really well, and there'll be support for these bikes for years to come. So I don't think there's any reason for the consumer to be scared that, you know, they're going to not have an oil filter or they're not going to have some specific part for their bikes. And I know aftermarket doesn't make everything for these bikes, but that doesn't mean that they can't, you know, going forward with that. So, you know, I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to kind of get to the point that, you know, being a motorcycle enthusiast, and most of you are obviously, it sucks for us because we never even, you know, we never want to see, even if it's a company that we don't ride the bikes, we don't enjoy the bikes, we never want to see the industry dip down. When the economy, you know, dipped down in 2008, 2009, the motorcycle industry lost a lot of, you know, gain, because I mean, motorcycles, that's a toy, it's not something we need. And now, unfortunately, you know, we're kind of more stable in the economy, and we don't want to see motorcycle manufacturers go out of business now, because we want to bring people in. We want to draw more people in. We want to teach people to ride. We want people to learn. We want, you know, we want to take off in the motorcycle industry. We want aftermarket. We want OEM. We want the manufacturers. We want them to sell. We want people to join our cause, I guess you would say. And it just sucks that they have to shut down, but you know, it is what it is, and you know, everybody will move on from it. You know, Indians, they're gonna put all their focus towards Indian. I know they have the Spirit Lake, Iowa production where the Victory was. They're gonna supposedly shift a lot, like almost all that, to Indian now. Let's hope that Polaris doesn't drop the ball with Indian and that they continue with that. Now, for my side, back to me, I am going to be looking at a new bike again. As I said, I've owned many bikes, so because I had to sell the Honda for what was going on in my life, that doesn't obviously mean that I am done riding. I'll be right back in, and then that's when I'd like to pick back up with this whole, you know, motovlog thing. So look to come on videos. I'm not sure what I'm going to buy yet. I have a few things in mind that we'll probably talk about. Maybe I'll even flash up a couple teasers of what I'm looking at to get it in your heads. And we'll go from there, and I'll try to get some opinion on what I'm looking for and what direction I want to go. So, you know, until next time, we'll see you next time. This is BWB saying bye.